This week on JambarTV, we'll discuss SGA elections. Then we'll talk about Youngstown native musician J.D. Eicher. Then we'll preview the YSU softball team.
Hello and welcome back to JambarTV. I'm Elizabeth Koss.
And I'm Molly Burke.
Following the earthquake that struck Turkey and Syria, YSU and the Youngstown community gathered donations. Jambar reporter Christopher Gillette has more.
The International Programs Office and the Youngstown Sadabat Education Center, formerly the Youngstown Islamic Center, ran a drive for clothes and other items for the victims of the earthquake that struck Turkey and Syria on February 6th. The IPO accepted donations in Jones Hall, including winter clothes, blankets, tents, and sleeping bags, February 9th and 10th. The donation drive coincided with an international coffee hour session, where many students donated items. Nicholas Dubas, the coordinator for the IPO, said that the drive was very successful.
If you look at it, it's in a one-day span, it's extremely successful. Yesterday we sent it late morning, I think it was, and we had some clothing given, but if you look at it now, it's grown, and I had a feeling it would. People are very generous in Youngstown, and there's a lot of clothes in there, and I'm just so grateful. And this is literally in a span of a little over 24 hours.
The donated items went to the Youngstown Sadabat Education Center, where they were then sent on trucks bound for the Turkish embassy in Washington, D.C., and then were flown to Turkey. Some of the items were sent from there to Syria. Bilal Azir is an imam at the Sadabat Education Center. He was also happy with the success of the donation drive through the local area.
People tried their best, and only in our location we got over 150 boxes, and those boxes are large boxes. These are all new clothes and new shoes.
While the donation drive ended, the Youngstown Sadabat Education Center is still accepting donations on its website. Reporting for the Jambar, I'm Christopher Gillette.
On February 10th, a YSU student attempted to drive their vehicle with a barnacle on the windshield and then crashed on McCartney Road. A barnacle is a device that attaches to the windshield of the car. The barnacle covers the entire windshield and states that the vehicle has been immobilized and to not move the car. Rather than impounding or towing cars, YSU Parking Services uses barnacles and citations for parking violations. Danny O'Connell, Director of Support Services, said the student did not have the privilege to be parked on the Mercy lot.
Yes, she did not have a parking permit at all. The vehicle that was registered, the vehicle wasn't registered on campus in any way, and she was parked in the Mercy Health parking lot and went on to campus.
To pay any outstanding fines or receive a parking pass, go to Smith Hall located on 5th Avenue.
The Foxconn and YSU Electric Vehicle Innovation and Training Center are hoping to establish their website within the next 60 days. Officials expect classes and programs to be offered come fall semester. Along with providing workforce education, the center aims to attract business, students, and workers to the area. Interim president of YSU, Helen Lafferty, says this partnership is an effort to retain students.
We know the statistics in our city and what's happening. We're losing people. We need to retain our students here. And projects like this give them both the opportunity and the motivation to stay.
Other companies and community colleges could work with the center moving forward.
The number of international students at YSU has nearly doubled in the last couple years. Thanks to recruiting efforts by YSU, over 60 countries are represented by more than 600 students. Experts say scholarships are a big draw. That was the case for Jan Hart, an economics major from Germany.
They gave me a few options, which would be closely fitting to where I told them I wanted to be at. And turned out Youngstown was kind of the way to go for me because I especially like the size.
Erica Kraus, Assistant Director of International Admissions and Recruitment, says YSU has recruiting partners across the world. She says having international students at YSU enriches campus life for everyone.
The Youngstown Press Club is hosting a guest speaker. Yale Press Clause Fellow and YSU alumnus Jacob Schreiner Briggs will be speaking at the Concept Studio on West Federal at 1:30 p.m. March 7th. This is the first speaker of the year for the Press Club, and tickets are only $20. For more information on the event or to reserve tickets, visit the website on screen.
The Excellence Training Center The Excellence Training Center at YSU unveiled new FANUC robots in December of 2022. 5 new robots were purchased thanks to a grant from the Defense Logistics Agency. Scott Craig, Program Manager of Workforce Training, Robotics, and Automation, discussed why the new robots are important.
Basically, it brought us into the new century here. The old robots were from the 90s. These have the same functionality. Fortunately, the operating system on them hasn't really changed all that much in the past 30 years, but these are up to date with everything they're using now.
The new robots will allow YSU to offer training for 3 different levels of FANUC certification. The robots were only part of the DLA grant. A main focus of the grant is to help small and medium-sized foundry companies across the country use robotics, 3D printing, and more in their operations.
YSU is hosting the Ohio Council of Criminal Justice Education Conference. YSU has been a founding member since 1971, and this marks the 21st research conference. In addition to the conference, YSU has a student scholar program allowing students to connect with professionals in the field through workshops and research projects. Irene Denny, a YSU graduate student, is a representative for this year's Ohio Council of Criminal Justice Education Research Conference Board of Trustees. Denny explained how the program helps students.
I think that it's a really great opportunity for allowing students to kind of present their individual research more so based on something that they personally find interesting in the field of criminal justice that they maybe want to discover more about.
There are also different opportunities for students and professionals within the conference. For any more information, you can visit its website on screen.
Hannah Ferguson, owner of a wine and cider business called DOPE, or D-O-P-E, aims to bring positivity to the Youngstown community. DOPE stands for Dwelling on Positive Energy and is located right next to Penguin City on the east end of Federal Street in downtown Youngstown. Ferguson grew up in the Youngstown community, influencing her to run her cider and winery in the area.
It was always Youngstown. That's where I'm born and raised. Grew up on the south side. So my heart always wanted to be in Youngstown.
Ferguson said she wanted to give the community a place they can go that feels like a coffee shop and a happy hour moment. DOPE is open Thursday through Sunday in the evenings.
The Student Government Association closed its forms to declare candidacy. Executive producer for JTV, Cheyenne Gibbons, dug into what the SGA election process looks like.
February 16th at 5 p.m., the forms to declare candidacy to be a representative, senator, or president and vice president closed. Elsa Kahn, vice president of Student Life, said there are different requirements to run.
Apply. So if you are applying for a senator or a representative spot for like your college or whatever, you just have to fill out the form, declare candidacy, like your name, your Y number, your major, what college you're from, if you have a 2.5 minimum GPA. And then, but if you're going for president or vice president, that's when you would have to fill it out and run as a pair. So you'd put in president, and then you put in who you're running for as your vice president. It's like at the bottom of the form. And then on top of that, you'd have to get 150 signatures in.
Khan also said that campaigning doesn't start till March 13th.
No campaigning before March 13th. So if it's midnight, March 13th, that's when you can start. So the way that the timeline goes is that, person of candidacy that's ending this Thursday. We have our elections rules meetings that are happening online next week, and then you're pretty much radio silent until after spring break.
There are some campaigning rules for SGA, such as no harassing other candidates, flyers the size of a sheet of paper, and no campaigning in classrooms. Campaigning can be intense. Nico Masteridis, SGA president, said he wasn't expecting it to be as intense, but doesn't regret running.
I didn't expect it to be as intense because this is the first time in my 5 years of watching SGA campaigns, that was the first time I saw 3 different campaigns running against each other.
McGuire Franco, SGA Vice President and Masteritis, said the biggest responsibility of SGA is to listen.
I think it comes down to just listen. The role of student government is to advocate on students' behalf. And I think if you're not listening to the student body, then there's really no point to serve in this role. So
voting will open on April 4th. For more information about campaigning and voting, go to SGA's website.
Reporting for JambarTV, I'm Shyna Gibbons.
Over the next couple weeks, we'll be following SGA and who declares for candidacy, especially the president and vice president.
We've been having a really warm February. Austin, is it going to stay in the higher temperatures this week?
Despite the beautiful weather we saw earlier this week, the weekend's temps drop to a chill and we'll see a little bit of clouds and rain.
The communication department is much more than media or delivering a speech. The YSU Communication Department offers programs in telecommunication, journalism, and communication studies. We inspire creativity. We encourage each student's passion. We explore new and advanced technologies that connect the human race. The communication programs at YSU ensure that every student is prepared and experienced for the outside workforce, for life after YSU. Join the Jambar and find your voice when you tell the next big story. Become a host of Rookery Radio and gain hands-on experience, or get involved with TV productions like Light the Wick, Penguin Rundown, and JambarTV. YSU's communication department is much more than a department, an education, or a degree. It's a home for passionate individuals, for students to find and pursue what they love.
The feeling when my hands are on the piano, it's become comforting. It's somewhere that I can express myself. I go to Youngstown State University and my passion is playing music. YSU is allowing me to take what I love and turn it into a career and do it every single day of my life. I'm Alyssa and I'm YN proud.
Try some exercise.
Wait, what? What's going on right now?
Yeah, man, exercise.
I don't know. I don't know if I should even be talking to you right now.
It's got lots of benefits.
Okay.
The benefits of exercise include increased levels of energy, higher quality of sleep, better muscle and bone strength, improved memory, and clearer skin.
Hello and welcome back to Jambar TV. I'm Austin Caroline and this is your weekly weather forecast. Now let's jump right into this weekend's forecast. Today we'll see a heavy cloud coverage and the chance of rain is 25%. Wind speeds will reach 27 miles an hour. By tonight, those clouds will leave the valley and we won't see any rain. The wind speeds drop down to 16 miles an hour as well. Saturday will be filled with sun and little to no chance for rain. Saturday night, clouds will move into the valley, but the chance for rain is just 1%. Sunday, we'll see a little bit more sun throughout the day, but still a low chance for rain and winds as fast as 17 miles an hour. Sunday night, we'll see an 85% cloud coverage and a 10% chance for rain. Now let's take a look at my 4-day forecast. Today is our chilliest day of the week, and with the high reaching 34, then dropping to below freezing at 20 degrees. Saturday will be a little warmer with the high being 43 and the low at 30. Sunday will be our warmest day. The high will be 52, then drop to 38. Monday, the high will be 48 and the low will be 40. Now that's it for this week's weather forecast, but you want to stick around because Reagan Hilton will be in the studio with the latest in student life.
You're not waiting to see what the world has in store for you. It's more about what you have in store for the world. All you need is the opportunity. All you need are the resources of a large university and the advantages of a personalized academic setting where you can experience new worlds in the arts and sciences, business, and education and make them your own. We are where you shape your future. We are Youngstown State University and proud.
The feeling when my hands are on the piano, it's become comforting. It's somewhere that I can express myself. I go to Youngstown State University and my passion is playing music. YSU is allowing me to take what I love and turn it into a career and do it every single day of my life. I'm Alyssa and I'm Y and proud.
You're here to be part of something bigger, to make things happen. For you, college is about knowledge being shared, and learning experiences that aren't limited to the classroom. On campus, you want to matter. It's about engaging every day, building relationships with students, with mentors, with the community, in the heart of a reinvented city. We are that something bigger. We are Youngstown State University and proud.
Growing up, I love figuring out how things work, putting things together. I love being able to come up with an idea, design it, just the whole process of creating things. I go to school here at Youngstown State and my passion is 3D design. I chose YSU because all the equipment, the research being done here, it's like a playground for me. I'm Alex and I'm Y and proud.
Thanks for sticking with us. I'm Reagan Hilton, and let's jump right into this week's Student Life Stories. Looking for a way to get active on campus, intramural sports are open to the YSU community and are looking for new members come fall. Intramural sports offered are basketball, soccer, and volleyball. Kaya Powell, graduate assistant of competitive sports in summer camp, said there are benefits to joining these leagues.
I think it's a great de-stressor. I think it's a great way for students to feel like a part of the YSU community because we have 20 different clubs and 500 different students are a part of it. Intramurals is thousands of people that are a part of it. So you're participating in one of those, and some people do both. Like, you know so many people on campus, you feel connected, you feel like you're a part of the YSU community.
If you're interested in joining the league, visit imleagues.com. With club sports in full swing, YSU's baseball club is one of the many club sports active this semester. Reporter Samantha Smith has more on the club.
The baseball club is a new club sport introduced to YSU last spring.
It is currently a part of the National Club Baseball Association and plays against other colleges such as Cleveland State University and Kent State University. Jacob Stack, Vice President and Senior Exercise Science Pre-Physical Therapy major, explained what the club does during an academic year.
We actually have two separate seasons in the fall and the spring. So we'll get back on campus, we'll start practicing. We played 6 games this fall. We went home for break. We've been practicing now, and then by the end of the semester we'll play about 12 games this semester. So we play anywhere from 15, 20 games entire school year. And we do it through we're in a league, so it's we play all other schools around, and it's all set up, scheduled by the league and everything.
Ryan McNicholas, club advisor and director of campus recreation, said the club has been doing great and he believes the club will continue to grow in the future.
It's been a fantastic ride with the current members, and I believe if they can continue at the pace they're going, it's going to be a great, sustainable future.
The club practices in the Watts Center on Tuesdays and Thursdays, but will begin Wednesday practices once the weather warms up.
For more information about the club, visit the NCBA's Division III webpage or the club's Instagram. For JambarTV, I'm Samantha Smith.
A local singer, songwriter, and novelist, J.D. Eicher, has created a national name for himself. The musician has released 9 albums, written a critically acclaimed novel, and has performed around the area for years. In 2022, Eicher's band performed for Federal Frenzy, hosted by Youngstown State University Penguin Productions, performing his top alternative pop hits. Eicher and his band will perform April 28th at the Soap Gallery's final show. Doors open at 7 p.m. YSU offers many on-campus services for students, one of which is the Math Achievement Center. Seela Jones, a junior civil engineering major and tutor, describes what services and support types the MAC offers.
We can do both drop-in tutoring and we have review sessions. So our drop-in tutoring, you can walk in anytime that we're open, which is 9 to 6, Monday through Thursday, and 9 to 3 on Friday.
The MAC offers tutoring for all students who are currently enrolled in a math class here at YSU, from college algebra to calculus 3. For students who need help with mathematics, the MAC is located in Cafaro Hall, room 408. You'll want to stick around because John Ostapowicz will be back with the latest YSU sports.
You're here to be part of something bigger, to make things happen. For you, college is about knowledge being shared and learning experiences that aren't limited to the classroom. On campus, you want to matter. It's about engaging every day, building relationships with students, with mentors, with the community, in the heart of a reinvented city. We are that something bigger. We are Youngstown State University, and proud. You're not waiting to see what the world has in store for you. It's more about what you have in store for the world. All you need is the opportunity. All you need are the resources of a large university and the advantages of a personalized academic setting where you can experience new worlds in the arts and sciences, business, and education and make them your own. We are where you shape your future. We are Youngstown State University, and proud.
Growing up, I love figuring out how things work, putting things together. I love being able to come up with an idea, design it, just the whole process of creating things. I go to school here at Youngstown State and my passion is 3D design. I chose YSU because all the equipment, the research being done here, it's like a playground for me. I'm Alex and I'm Y and proud.
Hello, and welcome back to JambarTV. I'm John Ostapowicz. The Youngstown State women's basketball team hosted Oakland University on February 9th and the University of Detroit Mercy on February 11th. Jambar reporter Cameron Nemi has more.
The Youngstown State women's basketball team were back at home here at the Beagley Center after 2 tough losses on the road. The women's team hosted Oakland University and the University of Detroit Mercy. The Penguins dominated Oakland in an 85-62 victory, picking up their 11th conference win of the season. 4 players scored in double figures. Lily Ritz led the way, scoring 31 points, which marks the most points by a YSU women's player since 2015. Malia Magestro and Megan Callahan both scored 12 points. Shaylee Kirby came off the bench and tied a season high, scoring 13 points and went a perfect 5 of 5 from the field. Ritz spoke after the game about the team's dominant performance and their total 24 assists and 33 made field goals.
We're playing unselfish basketball, and I think that's when we do our best. So just making the extra pass and getting the ball up to Emily in the post and just getting the ball out to the shooters was what we needed to do.
2 days later, the women defeated Detroit Mercy 72-67 and improved to 12-4 in the Horizon League. Ritz recorded her 14th double-double of the season, scoring 26 points and 12 rebounds. Callahan scored 16 points and Paige Shy added 12. With just 4 games remaining in the regular season, the women currently sit 2 games back of first place in the Horizon League. Head coach John Barnes spoke about the state of the team with just a few games remaining.
I feel like we played one of our best complete games on Thursday. You know, we're just a little bit up and down right now. You know, today I don't think we played that great, but ultimately you've got to find a way. And they buckled down and got some steals and got some rebounds and made some free throws and found a way to win. So that's what you have to do game in, game out.
The women continue their homestand on February 17th when the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee comes to town. Then on February 19th, the Penguins take on the University of Wisconsin in Green Bay. For more information, you can go to ysusports.com. Reporting for
The Youngstown State University men's basketball team had a hot start on the road, defeating Purdue Fort Wayne 81-72 on February 10th. The dominant offensive performance was led by senior Dwayne Cohill with 33 points. Graduate student Adrian Nelson also led the charge with 16 points and 9 rebounds, while senior Brandon Rush added 12 points of his own. Youngstown State carried the momentum into February 12th but fell short 78-81 against Cleveland State University. Despite the loss, 4 players scored in double figures, with Adrian Nelson recording his 12th double-double. With 4 games left in the season, it was a hard-fought road loss for the men's basketball team.
It hasn't been easy this whole way, and it definitely won't be easy at the end of the season. So
the men's basketball team returns home inside the Bigley Center February 16th to take on Milwaukee. The Battle of the Horizon League can be watched on ESPN Plus and listened to on 570 WKBN. The YSU baseball team is gearing up for its upcoming season, as last season the team went 21-36, placing 5th in the Horizon League with a 12-16 record in conference play. Last year, YSU split the 4 games in the championship. Head coach Dan Bernalini says the goal this season is to win the Horizon League championship.
I really feel really good about where we are as a team from an offensive perspective on the mound.
As of February 15th, the men's baseball team was picked 4th to finish in the Horizon League. The Gwen's first game is Friday, February 17th in Winston-Salem, North Carolina against Illinois. For a more detailed report on the game, go to ysusports.com, and you can also listen to it live on ysnlive.com. The Youngstown State softball team looked to improve on last year's solid season after opening the season in North Folk, Virginia, where the Penguins took on North Folk State University. The team went 1-3 in their 4 matchups against the Spartans, having a .257 batting average with 13 total runs. Head coach Brian Campbell says he is impressed with the leadership of the team's veterans.
Our upperclassmen this year has done a tremendous job with our younger kids. Teaching them what we're looking for, teaching the aspect of the game, because when they come in, college game's a lot faster.
The Penguins hope to improve their 1-3 record February 25th at the UMBC tournament in Baltimore. They will face both Lafayette University and the University of Maryland, Baltimore County, in a 2-day event. The men's tennis team took on Georgetown University on February 11th. The Penguins went 3-4, taking the close loss against the Hoyas. The YSU women's tennis team played back-to-back games against Buffalo University and Ball State University on February 10th. Against the Bulls, the Penguins took a 5-2 victory on February 11th. The Lady Gwens went up against Ball State University but fell short 6-1. For upcoming games and more and detailed reports on the games, check out ysusports.com. Now let's toss it back to Austin Caroline for a quick weather recap.
Alrighty, so this weekend we'll see some chiller temps, but on the plus side, we'll see more rain and low chances for rain.
Yeah, thanks, Austin. That weather sounds lovely. But Molly, I was wondering if you did anything over Valentine's Day.
I did. I went on a date with my boyfriend. We went to the park together and then had dinner. What about you?
I didn't do much. I worked Valentine's Day, of course, but I was lucky enough to go over to his house and he surprised me with flowers and my favorite ice cream from Handel's. It was the White House Cherry. Don't mean to sponsor or anything here, but it is the best ice cream I have ever had in my life. And you know what? I think that honestly is the best Valentine's Day I could have ever done. John, did you do anything?
I sure did. I made a nice home-cooked meal with a nice candlelit dinner for my girlfriend, and it was honestly such a great time. We watched movies afterwards, built some Legos. You know how it is, but...
Yeah, and that sounds lovely. And thank you guys for joining us this week. We hope you had a wonderful Valentine's Day too. And as always, stay safe, Penguins.
Support for JambarTV is provided in part by the YSU Foundation and the Jane F. Lamb Charitable Foundation. Thank you.